Hello, Hillary Raven Porter here. I don't know if I'm bright enough here. Let me turn this up a little. Yeah, Sacred Starseed Healing. Still not bright enough. Let's try a little more. Oh, Sacred Starseed Healing coming at you from the Star Temple. And I wanted to share with you, Derek. Where's Derek?
Hi, you want me to come?
There's Derek's right there. Derek Penn at the Cosmic Messenger.
Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Wait, see, that's the reflection I was telling you about in
I
my
know,
glasses.
right? That's why I'm glad I don't wear glasses right now.
Look how wild I look.
So anyways, I wanted to share with you Hua Tuo Jia Ji's, which is one of my particular...
Hi.
Hi! I have a hard time focusing. One of our... It's actually, I love receiving it and I also love giving this type of treatment. It's amazing. So the Hua Tuo Jia Ji's are down the side of your spine. So your spine is processed, you know, those little tiny bumps that you see on the spine going down. It's just in the little like nook and cranny between each of those. Yeah. And so that's where the spinal nerves come out, right? And they come out and they innervate your whole body. Different ones innervate different parts of your body. Yeah. So with the Hua Tuo Jia Ji's, it's usually just your thoracic. So we like your chest cavity area, like down the spine, that level, and then lumbar, which is your lower back. But we extend it up to the cervical, which is all the neck, down, 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 down. And I like to go all the way into the baliaus, which are a set of 8 points, but 4 double points, yeah, into the sacrum. Bliss. That's all I'm gonna say. Once I learned this, I was like, Dare, I need to teach you how to do this because it's absolutely amazing. It gets incorporated in multiple, like almost all my in-person sessions. And then we also have offerings. Derek has an offering. Yours is called the...
It's called Hua Tuo Jia Ji, tuning forks for the stellar spine.
Yeah, Hua Tuo Jia Ji, tuning forks for the stellar spine. And I also offer it as a solo session in the Tune Up Tuesdays on the last Tuesday of every month. It's a 45-minute session. It's called the Transformational Matrix. And the reason I call it that is because these points connect all the way into the kidney system, the TCM kidney consciousness, right? Kidney consciousness, the energetic consciousness of the kidneys is in the bones, is in the marrow. And what that does is that connects into our cellular imprinting. Whoa, right? That's our ancestral DNA. That's our DNA as well now. It's all of that. We think of that the marrow. The marrow is constantly regenerating, yeah? That's where memory lives. That's also where we create new memories. That's also where we can hold the traumas, hold the pains, all of that. And then as it regens, we can clear this out. So you can see this lovely table back here. And by the way, I say we, at one point I'm gonna pause this video and then Derek's gonna magically appear on the table and I'm just gonna show you what the session is like. We're gonna go through the whole session. It can take anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on if we go down and up. Also, how long we stay on each set of points. Sometimes we move through them more quickly. I move through them based on how it feels when I'm in that spot. So I might be in a spot and it's like, yep, I'm done. And I get this little like bing in my head. And it's like, okay, next. And I feel the energetic like, it's okay, next. Other ones are like, I need more. Right? That also shows us the different chakra levels. It also shows us the different meridians that may be needing a little more love, that may be having a little bit more of a challenge in this moment. So if it's like UB23, urinary bladder 23, that's like the kidney spot. Oh, you can't see it, huh? That's the lower back area. But that would be like root in to the sacral. So it's going to give us an indicator as to these are the areas that need a little more love. Let's focus on these in other aspects of the session and in the ritual work and the guidance that is sent home post-session. Yeah. So I'll show you a couple of forks. So, this is Om, the great Om, the sound of Om, all that is, the universe. And this is Om Uni when these are used together. So this is low and this is medium. And this is graded. The new vibration going in, allowing your body to harmonize to the new vibration. One of my favorites, my absolute favorites, is the nervous system ones because I have a nervous system that runs very high. Yes, hyper aware, just open. And when you run so much current through your body, and especially as you're raising your vibration, your nervous system is running a lot of current. A lot of current. And so it needs support. That can look like making sure you're doing the grounding. I did a video on what kind of grounding is good for you. What kind of bird are you? Are you the bird that needs to alight only a little bit, or one that is like on the earth? Yeah? So the grounding, also herbs like skullcap. Oh, so perfect for soothing that. And then Mercury. So the reason why I'm holding this guy up as well, Mercury and Om, so this is the balance point, right? Can also be used with other things. I like to use Mercury with Chiron to heal the nervous system. If it needs even more cooling, because this just like cools everything right down. There's always full moon. Sometimes new moon. Release if there's stuff stuck in there. Nervous system love. So what's also so lovely about these is that the Hua Tuo Jia Jis by these. The Hua Tuo Jia Jis energize, but energize doesn't always mean like, let's get amplified. It's not always like that. Energize can also mean smoothing the flow of that energy if it's stuck, opening it up, giving it where it needs it. I find it balances out the energy, right? If it's too much, it brings it down. If it's too little, it brings it up. Now Neptune here. This is Neptune, and Om again. So Neptune's all about those transitions that we're moving through, that expansion, that state of bliss, that like stepping over that into the, this is what's next. Yeah, love that guy. Who do we have here? Jupiter. I don't need to show you Om again, or maybe Om's like, show me some more, right? Jupiter, expansion of your DNA to accept the transformations that are happening and to shift with the transformations that are happening. Love it. And this is my other favorite one. So these, I often use the low zodiac. This is mid zodiac. I often use low zodiac and low Om together, which is the longer forks. So zodiac, it's the vibration of all the zodiac together, right? All the signs rotating around, going through, going through all the signs. And it's that full vibration, and it's expansive. So new moon's about release and expansion and just like, dispersion. Same with zodiac, but a little bit different. This is more about that piece of Om, that piece of awe, that piece of, right? That meditative state. Doing this is also really great for muscle tension. Going down, so what do I experience? I experience a settling in, a centering. I have multiple different things as my body, as my being is like, what is this body we are in, right? And one of them is body pain. This is one of the best things I've ever had for body pain, because it works from the top down or bottom up. By top down, I'm actually thinking like outside in, and it's everything. And you come out and I've had beings say it's like cat nap. You're like 20 minutes, you come out and you're like refreshed, right? Not too much, not too little. You're just like, oh, that's good. Yeah. So there we go. There's a little bit about the background of Hua Tuo Jia Jis. So Hua Tuo is the gentleman that first discovered these way back through the TCM protocols, way back when. So we are going to pause this video. Derek's going to magically appear on the table, and then we'll come back and you're going to see me run through a sesh. Okay. Be back in a sec.
Magical effects.
Magic! Derek's now on the table.
That's great.
And my
Make me look good.
Okay. So we are going to be using low Om and Neptune, because we've had a lot of transitions lately. Here, I'm going to crouch down. We've had a lot of transitions lately into the Star Temple. And so this will just help to really allow the cellular levels as well as the energetic levels. So it works through the cellular levels into the energetic body, and from the subtle body into the physical body, right? Because we're all connected. So that's what we're gonna do. So now I'm just gonna go through the process that I would do. Like I said, it can take about 20 minutes. If you're like, I don't wanna sit through this whole thing, you can just scroll forward, because we're gonna check in with Derek afterwards and see how it was for them. But know that there's probably going to be some light code, so you can always watch some, close your eyes, listen to some, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, up to you. Okay, we're going to dive in now. So that's what you check out. Is that a good height for you?
Feels great.
Okay. Akisito atita o shaima o kama asa ahaka kasito no topo basi. Usuchuchu okupo atime I see you no pasa hana sata shakima. Uma aya umu ashka inu aita aya. Makasuchu chapa otama I see you to cha-cha. Cha-cha. So what I'm doing, so I might talk to people behind the camera, as we're going through, is I alternate matituto kasito. So every time I move down a spot, I'm alternating the forks because I'm using two different forks. If I was using two low ohms or something, then I could just go straight down. And what this does is it creates like a DNA helix, double helix, yeah, and creates balance. Part of this is we want the balance. So you might see or you might notice vibrations coming from Derek or twitches or currents. And that is the energy shifting, moving, expanding. Noticing. Derek has a lot of energy in their body already and transmits a lot of universal life force through their body. So I'm used to going on the other side of the body, but I didn't want to get in your way, so you can see what I'm doing. So there's a lot, these are a lot of the points where I'm feeling expanded, or balls of energy, or could be stuck energy, or the current moving through faster. Lots of different things can be happening. Chichi utsitu 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 ushk ina saya na saya na. Namata no satai tai shakao namati tai toshka. Jamata koko koko ma ia to pa unsai ta pasi. Jana na poko ata uri ana ata o chacha chacha. Jamako si utu uama atasa ama Kutitumako timasa tu unama ia tutu nama ia to kama ha ha Chichu nama sai Namasato nama kotama ito no ama achichi akamakasitu Masduma uchitma kukaya. So now we're on the level of the heart. And you could I'm feeling a lot of shifts happening here. I think it's safe to say that all the transitions that we've been going through, that Dara's been going through, are expansive for their heart. Following the heart path and the heart frequency. But when we move through these frequencies of the love frequency, but of the heart field frequency, there's often tendrils attached of the kidney fear frequency. The things that are like, oh, I'm doing this, but and also we know growing pains, yeah. Makasita masata tata. Masito matai tamaku tomochishtai. Jangan sepatu tabaku kushitama dutapa patita pachiki. Chichakona ma ayana tamai tutomokushka kushka kushka. Akatoka okasina. A nashati kuba kushka. Kuma kushka akshita okama ututua pasita shkaini. Yamama satuma sachache. Umasita abakasito. Yamakasina matsatuma kasito. Get your take a deep breath. Expand into where the forks are. Good. Release. Atamakosi. Usa. There you go. Wakasika masato. Watitoma oa, titoma oa, oa, oa. Chmapasut mota sita pasta ki ututma situ poshutu posata masita kakashki. Amaya tomaya tatashka iduru suma. Chakakoma titu o. Kitoma kotita batu kota sitama sapasata tatu shoto paka situmu ma yamu nuka oka. Kakokati tomae takokamate to. Chacha pokasi to chama satata tatokur soto kochachita makasa. Chamakasicho. Chamasito komai asito komokashkaini. Chicheo koneti no matato katuta tielo sabata chikata karate otpa tuta pa a. Si siamo bosce che pissima mamma così vuoto voro potete una cosa così capacità poco sita ma stata tutta schi. Cioè te per poco che ti dite cosa paia to copaia pakakasito. You are a vibration. Through vibration, you affect change within your vibration. It's as simple as thinking about you enter a room and it's dense and heavy, and you enter happy and you leave sad, or the music you listen to. Music is vibration. And know how that can switch your mood, your outlook, support you, devastate you. It's vibrational healing. Vibrational guidance and support. I've had on the receiving end of the forks. Derek was giving me forks, and I've had my spine pop. In a good way, like where all of a sudden something realigns and you're like, oh, that's so good. From the tension release and the realignment. Chikina. Makasita sha'a. Stishko ocheka basito kuma ayeto o masatashki. Chakataka makors tapa otecheka akabati muta si tush katinma. Niko tamate toka pa asito. So now we're moving into the sacrum. So the eight baliaos, not considered part of the Hua Tuo Jia Jis, but I find for the complete, it feels incomplete for myself, when I was receiving, and it would only go to the bottom. The Hua Tuos can also be accessed independently. I've done that with really just focusing on certain areas. Because that's where the focus needed to be. But most of the time, it's the full process, because we're not just one section. So doing the full Hua Tuos, and then going back and doing more work on a space, or doing work on a space, like keep going back to the heart chakra, because we need so much of that right now. So doing the heart chakra, and really doing the majority of the treatment, and then really sealing the container with this process. So I'm just gonna grab. So through this as well, we end off, so we've got low ohm and mid ohm. We can impact we are impacting the cerebral spinal fluid. I like cranial sacral, bringing it back into unison. Yeah, it feels so good. So I think we actually got through that a little bit, a little bit faster than usual. Now the way we end, oh, you can't even see me. The way sessions end, are with forks to the feet. So there's this lovely point, kidney 1. It's like, you know where the ball of your foot is? So let's say this was the ball of the foot. You got the ball there. It's like in that lovely little hollow. So if you run your finger up from your heel up, you'll hit this like little dent, and you just go back just a tiny bit for the esoteric acupuncture location at least. And then by putting the forks there and doing low ohm, because it's really grounding, it's kidney, it's just like right into the earth. You can also do Earth Day, but we're gonna do 2 low ohm uni. It really just brings the energy straight in, coalesces everything. It's kind of the perfect ending. Simpa pokusta ina akasito orsupo ina. Tema pasanta mako katiado rozbatito da masakata ona sitata. Shika ayatoma. Tema kasita by placing them on the table, it's sending the vibration through the whole table. It's also a nice way, because sometimes direct can be a little bit too much for somebody. But what I found so far is people come in and they ask. They're just like, can we do those tuning forks, right? And if it's aligned, then we do. Okay, I'm going to pause you again, and we're going to magically receive Derek. Stay tuned. Okay, so magic! I literally just figured out how to do the pause and restart thing on my phone. So it is magic to me. So that was apparently the quicker version, which is good for you. It's still beneficial, but in session when it's what's like Dara saying, he's like, I go slow. I'm like, yes. In session it goes slower. It usually takes 20 minutes to half an hour to go up, right?
Immersive is the word.
Yeah, it's like breathing into the space. But in saying that as well, it's not always that way, because in listening to your body or the body of the recipient, because it might be like, yeah, we're gonna take all this time, but we get to a point. I've gotten to points and then it's like, yep, I'm done. just kidding, next, right? And I'm not, for myself, I'm not going to sit there and force that when I'm getting the very clear message that it's complete, right? And that's the thing when you work in the higher vibrational field, sometimes you're like, whoa, that was like 50 minutes, and you look at the clock and you're like, that was 15, because you're literally doing work in another astral field, another vibratory field. So, even though it was quick there, tell us with your galactic eyes. You got like bug eyes.
I do. It's pretty wild with this thing. It's probably the anti-glare on my glasses is what I was saying.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, we're going to work with it, right? See if I go like that. There you go.
They are nice.
It's really wild. My experiences with this are fantastic. Like, the main thing is that your body gets a chance to reset and like really go deep into sinking into the floor. Like, you're down into the earth plane, and then as each fork accesses each vertebrae as you're going down or you're doing any part of the spine, it sends that vibration. You can feel it inside of your body. It's an incredible sensation, and it particulizes everything, but then at the same time you feel even more sunk. So it's like this geniusness that goes between the higher planes and the lower ones and sinks it in. Like you were saying before, it is ultimate for physical pain.
Well, what I think, sorry.
And all that sort of stuff. But today we used, so yeah, it's good for physical pain and all those things have to do with the back, because even though when you're working on me specifically today, it still has that resonance that's still going to carry through each session.
And that goes through all the cells. So that's the thing. Often when we're feeling discomfort in our body is two reasons. One, we're not in resonance and in harmony with the finer vibrations that we're reaching. So our physical body is not in resonance, is not in harmony, and it's like all discordant, right? Mm-hmm. The second one is that you can have, like, if you have pain, but like let's say you have shoulder pain, well, that's vibrating at a different, denser frequency than the rest of your body because of that pain. Whereas the forks send that vibration through your whole body so that things start vibrating all at the same frequency.
Right. So yes, those are my experiences while I'm laying on the table. Yeah. So, and also we use Neptune as well too with Om, and Om being the great unifier of all things in the cosmos. It pulls you back into 0 point field. It talks to your cells on a really gentle level that can be accessed through anybody. But then you put some Neptune in there and you're dealing with bringing in all of those cosmic energies and allowing them to be housed inside of the body or to integrate them at a rate that is comfortable for you. It's also the cleanser of seeing through illusions, or possibly you're causing those illusions and you're not aware of them too. Mm-hmm. If you have an excess of metaphysical activity going on, big changes in your life, right? That really helps out too, especially if they're in the metaphysical sphere, with having the new Star Temple space, with, you know, going even deeper into my my metaphysical practice, the biz, all that stuff. It's a lot of shift, right? Because it's also shaking up where the space was before, where it is now, getting everything set up, and a whole bunch of new programming to go into there too. Plus the fall equinox. Yeah. So it's helping really integrate that medicine that's coming from the 4 cardinal points.
Yeah, less than a week.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome on those levels. And then for other beings too that need to keep their crown chakra a little bit more open so that they can receive spiritual insights and all that, because, you know, it goes through your crown first and then hits your antenna, which is your third eye. Yeah. So it's really good at bridging the gap between those two realms as well too.
And depending on the direction, so we went down today from the head down. That can be really great for manifesting and for grounding. Mm-hmm. And I've also done where we go up, right? We go from the sacral up to the head, which is then bringing energies up. This is also really good if there's like stuck Kundalini energy and you're like, I can't seem to get it past this point. I mean, there's other things as well. Mm-hmm. We work on here's some practices for home to help you with that. And then the physical body work to also support those transitions to help move that energy upwards. Right?
I felt I was like floating on a bed of liquid plasma. Nice. Right? Plasma that you could eat, that you could touch, that you could play in, that you could bathe with. Almost like another, water is pure in its own sense and its own creative source. But it was almost like the next level of it. And you're just molding it to like make things and like, puddle of greatness.
Awesome. Okay, so that's the Hua Tuo Jia Jis. If you're, wherever you're watching this, whether it's IG, YouTube, wherever, please take a moment to follow along if you want to see more of these things, and that's more behind the scenes. Also, let me know in the comments, what kind of stuff do you want to see? What kind of stuff are you looking for more information on? Do you want to see more behind the scenes like this, where we show you what's going on in session? We've done some with some esoteric acupuncture templates. After this, we're doing some more with Tamiana. All those different things. Or would you like some more knowledge-based stuff around decoding the divine? Let me know. And of course, we're available for sessions. Reach on out. We're here. Yeah. Distance and in person in Victoria, BC. Yeah. So thanks so much.
It's a pleasure to be on. And to receive.
And to receive. Okay. We'll see you later.
Sounds
Have a
good.
great
Take
day.
care, everyone.
Thanks for joining.